For our trip into keyboard synthesizer land, we're going to divide the instruments into two groups. Live performance instruments, like the one you're seeing now, then the more versatile studio synthesizers. The less expensive performance synthesizers have preset sound combinations, mostly imitating other instrument sounds, the way electronic organs used to do. Performers can set one type of sound combination at a time. For example, trumpet. Or cello. No matter what the setting, though, there's never much doubt that you are hearing a synthesizer. More expensive newcomers to the performance synthesizer group are polyphonic, that is, multi-sounding, like this four-voice Oberheim model. This is really 4 mini synthesizers in one. The performer can select up to 4 different tone settings at one time. Synthesizers make their sound by generating electrical signals. When a key is depressed, an audio oscillator makes a pitch in one of 3 basic sound wave forms. Sine wave melodies are smooth and clear. Pulse wave melodies sound more intense. Sawtooth wave melodies sound edgy, cutting. Synthesizers can also vary the way tones begin, the attack, and the way tones end, the decay. You're hearing this tune with a variety of attacks and decays. Fast attack or decay makes the pitch pop. It's very abrupt. Slow attack or decay makes the tone drag in or tail out slowly. Look at the chart and figure out what kind of attack and decay is used in each melody segment. Filtering is another basic synthesizer tool for altering tone. You're hearing an unfiltered sawtooth wave melody. Here's what the melody sounds like when run through a high-pass filter. The filter blocks the low parts of the tones, but lets the high parts through. Now we'll run the melody through a low-pass filter. This filter blocks the high parts of each tone, but lets the low, round parts through. melody is put through a sliding high-pass to low-pass filter, giving the tone a meow kind of sound. Listen to this. Can you hear 3 different types of natural sounds? Imitating, or actually substituting for instruments in the studio, is another synthesizer function. Can you tell who's playing the bass line? If you're confused, good, because both are playing. Here are the instruments one at a time so you can compare their sounds. Now here are both instruments on the bass line once again. Can you tell they are both there? What next? Let's build a synthesizer rhythm section to accompany a little ragtime. First, bass drum. Then, hitting the snare drum on the side. How about a little hi-hat cymbal? And a woodblock. Finally, a synthesized tuba with real honky-tonk piano. Synthesized strings, or is it real strings, including this cello? Real strings this time. In addition to the cello, there are violins and violas. A string overdub session with 10 players would cost about $1,000, compared to about $100 for a synthesizer player. Oh, by the way, you are listening to Synthesized Strings. We switched while I was talking. Be honest now, did you notice? For our synthesizer finale, we'll put together a piece using some of the extra gadgets on studio synthesizers. First, we'll record an accompaniment line, one note at a time, through the sequencer. Next, we'll set the sequencer at the speed we want, and presto, the sequence of notes keeps repeating. Next, a higher ostinato line on the sequencer to add complexity to the accompaniment. Now how about a bass line fed through a sliding filter? This gives each pitch this super meow sound. Finally, a pulse wave melody with slow portamento or sliding connections between pitches. Each of these musical lines is recorded one at a time on one track of this 24-track recorder. Keyboard synthesizers, the everything music machines of the 80s.